And then I go home and I watch probably 6 or 7 episodes of Seventh Heaven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is it a different experience now that you know the truth about the guy?
There's one.
It's better.
Shout out to Tim Dillon. That's like a lot of people know that's where he got his start. He plays Dwight on Seventh Heaven in 3 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, young Tim Dillon plays Dwight.
Hey, wanna come to my birthday party?
I would, but I have a life.
Right, wouldn't dream of taking you off the internet for a night.
And that'll be a fun little treat if you want to look up that character and maybe see those episodes. And when he shows up and you go, oh, that is Tim.
Kudos on the cookies. Betty Crocker has nothing on you.
Where is it streaming anywhere?
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's so funny because I would watch that show as a kid and I despised it. But I would just be on. It would be on. You get home from school and you'd watch Seventh Heaven, and it's just such an obnoxious show.
Yeah.
And the more you watch it, it's like, this isn't even a Christian family. This is like the father's like the fucking Ayatollah here.
Yeah.
In every scene, there's a private conversation happening where it's like, should I let Dad know that I want to cut my bangs? And like the entire family's like Eves. They're outside the door listening, and the dad's like, Mary wants to change her hair without asking me. My children are losing their minds. And then the wife is like, Eric, is it really that bad? He goes, yes, it is. And then it's like this screaming match.
Right.
When I was 22, I tried to recut the intro for Seventh Heaven, where it's like, because the song, like, Seventh Heaven, when I see their smiling faces. It's okay. You're fine.
I was give background vote.
And the dad was like a full-on pedophile.
Well, I wanted to recut the intro and just replace all the the characters like title inserts or whatever, but just with scenes of them screaming or crying, because that was my memory of the show.
Right.
People are always fucking miserable, and Matt's always like it's like, where the hell is Matt? He's been out all night, and it's like, oh, he was helping orphans do math, and like they was like, well, we still have to punish him because he didn't call, and it's like,
where were you?
With friends.
What friend?
Just a friend. You don't know her.
Oh, it's her. It's interesting. Have you completely lost your mind?
It's just such a fucking. It's like watching people suffer in solitary confinement. But it's then you're supposed to be like, what a nice family. I don't know who it's for.
Yeah.
I really don't know who it's for.
Hey, by the way, did you start your period yet? Because I was once your age myself, and
And the only thing that makes it better is knowing that the father was having sex with children in real life when you watch it. It's like that. He's like, at least he's doing something he actually likes.
Sure.
Snuck out of the house and went to a fraternity party with Camille.
How many ways could you go wrong in one sentence? What were you thinking? I mean, what were the processes that went through your head that led you to the conclusion that this would be a good idea?
It is good to have structure and discipline in your life, though.
Huh?
It is good to have structure and discipline.
But they don't really
life.
have that.
No.
They're like they live in this big beautiful house off of like his minister's salary. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I'm gonna stay in this house for the rest of my life and become a barren old woman.
Well, you can't. It's not our house. It's the church's house.
Well, I'll tell you what you need to do is watch Seventh Heaven and take a page out of Eric Camden's book.
Okay.
Because that man is a perfect father.
Okay.
There's not a single element of any of his children's lives that he doesn't have complete control over.
Okay.
Even their internal thoughts, they're not allowed. They have to run it by him, and then he issues fatwas from the kitchen.
Okay.
Like that seems like that's the ideal situation. I hate that show.
You're still mad about it.
Much. Yeah, well,
How old were you when you were like mad at the show?
I literally have been watching it every night. I was up till 2 a.m. watching fucking Seventh Heaven last night.
Really?
Yeah, I can't help myself. And then it builds. And I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, and the intro comes on. I'm like, I hate this fucking song. And she's like, do you want to skip it? I'm like, no. It gets
just let it wash over.
It like gets me fired up to just fucking hate these people, and it works. I mean, it's just. But that's like,
and it's like the family's being bad.
The family's never doing anything that's actually bad.
Right.
It's
but
like
it's
fucking. Eric, who's like the older brother, who's like 30 years old. Like he stays at
Barry, what's his name?
Yeah, Barry Watson. He like stays at a girl's house till like 5 a.m. And then the dad's like, have you completely lost your mind? And that's like exactly how he reacts. It's like screaming at the top of his lungs.
See that it never happens again. Well, no, never mind. I'll see that it never happens again. You're grounded.
And then they're grounded, but like, what does that mean? Because it's like, they're still allowed to. They're like, well, he can still go to the library and go to school, and it's like that's all he was doing anyways. He doesn't do anything. Their kids don't do anything other than fucking homework.
I think deep down you want to be a member of this family, and you want to say that
watch.
Fuck you, Dad.
I want to watch more episodes of Seventh Heaven and be like, you fucking piece of shit. And it's good and it's healthy because they're fictional characters.
I'm really tired of people complaining when we have so much more than other people have. We have a house to live in, we have food to eat, we have nice clothes to wear. I'd like to hear a little gratitude around here once in a while.
Now, when there's a TV show like that where there's, I mean, how many seasons of Seventh Heaven are there?
I think there's 7 seasons of it.
So there's 7 seasons, there's probably like 20 episodes in a season. Yeah. How do you approach 22. a piece of content like that? But you just pick randomly?
No, you just watch it straight through.
You watch it straight through.
Watch it straight through. There was a good one I got. It was maybe episode 5 or 6 of season 1.
Yeah.
And they're living in like, I'm assuming this is supposed to be like Northern California. I think it's like Elk Grove or something.
How far into the series are you?
I'm close to the end of the second season now.
Okay.
So they're in.
It's like Sopranos.
So, but he's watched like 20 hours.
They're in like suburban Sacramento.
He's already seen it. This is like his 4th time around.
They're in suburban Sacramento. No, this is the first time I've sat down and like watched the show. I mean, it was on all the time when I was a kid, so a lot of this I'm familiar with, having seen the show.
Yeah.
Dear God, please stop the fires.
But like, so they're in suburban Sacramento. And the year is 1996, and somebody burns down the black church. And, you know,
because that's happening all the time.
That's happening there. And so the black church family has to move in with the Camdens for a week while they like, you know, I don't know why they have to move in with them. I think it's because they're worried somebody might burn down their house also.
Right.
And so it's like 1950s Alabama. It's fucking insane. Like,
in the heat of the night.
People are burning down the black minister's house and like all this stuff. I mean, yeah. So they have to live with the Camdens, and they live with the Camdens, and like the children, they have a scene. They move in, and all the black kids are on one side of the living room, and the white kids are on the other side of the living room. And the white kids are like, "So do you like things?" You know, like that's like they've never.
They've never met a black person. They've never met
a black kid, and so like one by one they start integrating, right? And
that's beautiful.
Why do you think they burned your church? Because they're the bad guys. Bad guys have been burning black churches for 100 years. They're just trying to scare us.
And so, like, you know, they pair off because obviously the black family have the same kids of the same age,
right?
Nice.
And they brought all their grandkids in too, right?
So it works their way up from the bottom. So the babies, because they haven't learned prejudice yet, they get along right away.
Oh, okay.
And then Simon,
so they're automatically
and then Simon and the black boy, they become.
So of course
friends.
you're prejudiced against the people who are living in your house.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's like they might as well be fucking aliens. And Simon and the black child or son, they become friends, and they go to a park and they're playing, and then Simon decides to take all his toys away, and then a bully on the park calls him an N-word lover, and Simon punches him in the face. I mean, it's like,
and they drop it. That's the kids.
It's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's
fucking insane.
Wow.
That like an 8-year-old would be dropping
the N-bomb,
but like N-word lover.
N-word lover, yeah.
You know, like it's
where do you even learn it? Yeah.
It's nuts.
Look, Nigel's my friend. Don't say that word. I just did. Take it back. Make me. I don't want to have any part of this one.
You know, and then Simon's like, you know, you take that back.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, at the same time, the same character Simon is like, Mom, why would anyone want to burn down their church? Like he just doesn't understand it.
Right.
But he knows about the N-word and what an N-word lover means, and that's happening on the playground.
Right. Of course.
Forget it, Simon. You can't fight ignorance with violence. My dad wouldn't want you to hit him, and neither would yours.